Hey, my YouTube people. Thanks for coming back to see just what I do today. Now, today, I think you might like today's video. Today, as it said in the title, we are going to make a quick blueberry cake. Now, it doesn't take very many ingredients. All the ingredients you see are right in front of us. Now, I am going to make a powdered sugar glaze to go over the top, just to drizzle over the top, not to put over the whole thing. I don't want to overly sugar it. Now, the powdered sugar glaze is going to be like a cinnamon roll glaze. But I don't want it to be overly sugary, jeez. So I'm just going to drizzle it over the top. So, as you can see in front of us, it's going to be a quick blueberry cake with a powdered sugar drizzle glaze. Now, all you need for this ingredient is 2 eggs, about some milk, and 2 boxes of this Jiffy Blueberry muffin mix. Now, you are going to follow the instructions. Get the camera to focus. I don't know how well you can see that. The instructions on the side of the box. That's what we're going to follow. So, it calls for, each package calls for 1 egg and 1/4 cup of milk. That's it. Now, we're going to prep our pan. Now, what do I mean by prep our pan? Just grease it decently, oil it, whatever you want to call it. Just use some cooking oil. Oil your pan really good. And we are going to set the oven at 350 degrees. And we're going to get started on this. And I'm going to mix it in my overly sized Halloween bowl. So let me move stuff aside and we'll dippity-do this. Okay, as you can see, I have my pan. I don't know how well you can see. But I have my pan all greased and ready to go. Set that aside. And then as you can see on the oven, I have that preheated at 350 degrees. So let's get to the mixing part. Now the first thing to do is to dump the boxes into the bowl. And then crack your eggs into the bowl. And then throw in your milk. There's one. And there's box number 2. Now just crack your eggs. There's the 2 eggs. And now it just called for a 1/4 cup of milk per box. Now, if you've been with my channel long, thank you. But if you've been with my channel long, you'll know that I don't measure stuff. I'm pretty good at eyeballing it. So, we are going to put a 1/4 cup of milk per box into the batter. There's 1. There's 2. Now all that's left to do is to mix it well. There we go. All mixed well. No dry spots, no lumpy spots. All mixed well. So now the next step is to put it in the pan. Let me get that and we'll put it in the pan. Okay, here's our pan. Now, if your batter seems a little overly thick and dry, you can add a touch more milk to it. That's what I did to mine. It just seemed overly dry and a little too thick, because this is a muffin mix recipe. So I just added a touch more milk to loosen it up so it will fill the pan. So let's put it in the pan. Little bit into the pan, especially all the little blueberry pieces. Now, if you wanted, you could add actual blueberries to this. I didn't have time for that, but because it's supposed to be a quick one. But if you wanted to add actual blueberries into this, you do that last minute when you're stirring it all together. Or you could just sprinkle them across the top and let them sink in. So, we've got that. Now again, we put this in a 350-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. When it comes 15 minutes, we'll come and check it out. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Now, as you can tell, it's a little golden, but I think I'll leave it in for just maybe 5 more minutes, and then we'll check it one more time, and it should be done by then. Now, here is our blueberry cake. Now, it did take 20 minutes. I put it in for that extra 5 minutes. So it took 20 minutes. As you can see, it's nice and golden brown. It's super hot right now, so we're going to have to let this completely cool off before we go making the glaze. Because if you put it on while it's hot right now, it's just going to melt and soak into the cake. And I just want to make a nice little simple drizzle across the top. Nothing super fancy, but, nice enough with the glaze. So, we're going to let this completely cool off. And when we come back, I'll show you how to make the glaze, and we'll put the glaze on it. Alright, here is the blueberry cake. As you can see, it has completely cooled. Now again, you need this completely cool to be able to put the glaze on it, the glaze drizzle across it. Because if it's hot when you put it on it, it'll just soak into the cake. So you want to make sure that the cake is completely cooled. I know I've said that 3 times now, but if you want the glaze to sit on the top, you need to make sure it's cooled off first. So, to make this glaze, all you need is about 3 cups of powdered sugar and just a little bit of water. Now, with the water, a little bit will go a long way. We're going to use my Cookie Monster cup. Now all you do is either drizzle or just put little spoonfuls. We'll put 2 spoonfuls in. Give it a stir and see if it needs any more. As you can tell, it definitely needs some more. So let's put a couple more spoonfuls in. You don't want to do a whole bunch because you don't want this watery. You want this rather thick, kind of like icing on a cinnamon roll. As you can see, I put 3 more spoonfuls in. Give it a stir, see how it's coming along. As You can tell we're getting there. We're close, but not quite there yet. Let's add a couple more tablespoons of water. Or spoonfuls of water. Added 3 more. Give it a stir. Now, if you feel like this is too runny, just go ahead and add some more powdered sugar. Now, if you feel it's too thick, just add a little bit of water. A little bit of water goes a long way with powdered sugar. Now just keep stirring until all the powdered sugar has become mixed in with the water. Make sure there's no lumps. Okay, that's about it. Now if you want it thicker, again, add some more powdered sugar. If you want it thinner, then add a little bit more water. I think that is perfect. So let's move some stuff aside and we'll drizzle it across the cake. Okay, here's the cake. And here's the glaze. So now let's just drizzle it across the top. Now you can just smear this across the whole thing, but in my opinion that's just way too much sugar. So I just want to drizzle it somewhat neatly across the top. So let's dippity do this. So there it is. Yeah, there's some spots that got a little more than others, but that's okay. Yes, this did make a lot of extra, but I'm going to put it in a little bowl next to the cake, just in case someone wants some more icing on it. And plus, this icing is really good, drizzled across some toast. So there we go. Now this is for dessert for my family dinner on Thursdays. But you know what? Let me get a spoon and give you a taste. I don't think they'll notice that a little piece of this corner is missing. I want to let you try it before I close out this video. Okay. Nice little blueberry pieces in it. So here you go. Open up. So what'd you think? I hope you liked it. You got to try it before my family did. Now I hope you'll try this recipe for easy blueberry cake. Quick and easy blueberry cake. Now if you have any other recipes that you'll want me to try out, leave a comment down below. And I'll make the video as soon as I can. Now, please subscribe. I think I'll end this video. Please subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you get notified every time I post. I do post twice a week. I post on Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays are miscellaneous videos. You might get something about the animals. You might get me DIYing something or baking or cooking something. I show on this channel just a little bit of what I do every day. That's why it's called Just What I Do. Maybe I should make a video on explaining that. Maybe later. But anyways, as I said, please subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you get notified every time I post. Also follow us on Facebook. It's the same name as the channel. So, catch you next time. Thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Bye.